Hello everyone! Husky Ninja here, and today I thought we'd have a look at something a little different to what I usually show here on with my Weiss Schwarz content. But today we're going to have a look at a comparison of how an English Weiss Schwarz set, from trial deck to booster sets, can be different between English and Japanese. Now this does not include like sets where it's like you can get more cards for that set through mixed series sets like you can with the Love Live series and the Idol Festival sets, upon which English is still very behind on those. But that's a whole different topic for another video, as well as another video I'm thinking of doing is to look at the Weiss Schwarz Card Captor Sakura clear card sets, where each set for that in English and Japanese, and I think they did actually eventually release it in Chinese, where all three sets played completely differently from each other. The only thing in common with those is their name. So today we're going to have a look at the Hatsune Miku Project Diva set. Now, I do have pages open for both 3 in English, as it does show you F2 when you type in Hatsune Miku Project Diva on the website. And I also have it opened up on the Weiss Schwarz Japanese side of the website. So, sorry about that, bubble in the throat, but let's start. Now, as you can see here, we have, when you search for Hatsune Miku Project Diva on the English Weiss Schwarz website, you are greeted with just the trial deck and one of the 2 English booster packs, when there's actually 2 English booster packs. So with the English Hatsune Miku Project Diva set, which I'll just call Project Diva, just makes it easier for everyone, you have the trial deck, you have the Project Diva F booster pack, you also have F2 booster pack. So we're going to have a look at some of those in English before we look at the JP side. And this also does not include any promo cards that were available. So as you can see here, it gives a release date of November 1st, 2013. When this set came out, it was really early in the Weiss Schwarz history, where I used to actually get a rather like where you used to get paper book of like, this is how you play, these are all the things, which I think I still have a couple of those left from my older sets, because I know I have loads of paper game mats, which are the play mats included are paper ones. Over the years, they have really shrunk that quite a lot. Now, as it states here, you have 50 cards per deck, with a chance of a signed card like you do with all trial decks. Now, the weird thing about the Project Diva trial deck was, it was like a blister pack box, not your usual cardboard one, so it made it more interesting compared to other Weiss Schwarz sets, especially at that time. And for me, it was, when I got it, or bought the trial deck, it was my second Weiss Schwarz deck. Because my friend said, oh, you cosplay Luca from Vocaloid? And you play Weiss Schwarz? Do you know there's actually a set for that? And this was way before even Project Sakai was a thing. And then November 15th, 2013, they released Project Diva F Booster Pack. We have 100 types of cards, 8 double rare, 20 rare, 28 uncommon, 28 common, and 16 climax cards. And you had 44 parallel cards. you also had a chance of box topper cards. As states here, 4 types of exclusive SP gold foil hot stamp signed cards from the following original Japanese actress are inserted randomly in packs, which is the voice provider of Hatsune Miku herself. It also showed as well if you bought like a few crates of it, I think was how you got it, but it also shows the Project Diva F official Weiss Schwarz game mat, where they had faded sections so you knew where you put things for like memory, your deck, waiting room, your clock, your level zone, climax bit here, where your center stage was, and your stock. But back then they didn't expect you to have a lot of stock at one go. But these older game mats, they do go for... They are hard to get now, as is with many official Weiss Schwarz game mats from early years, and even from some English exclusive sets. But all of the artwork for the Project Diva set was all from the Project Diva games. And they had some quirky abilities, like one of the Clowns cards I actually do use in my deck, which I'm thinking about doing an overhaul video on, because the only video I have of it for you guys is a really old deck overview. But there's a Clowns card that is +3 soul to a single character. So you had like interesting things like that, which weren't that common back then, but still fun. And then, in 2015, you had Project Diva F2nd. Now, all these Project Diva sets in English you can use all together, where you had 116 types of cards and 39 parallel, with a chance of hot stamp signed cards of Miku, Rinlen, and Luca. But it's a shame, since they have pulled the website, it doesn't show you a lot of like cards you can get in it with the artwork, apart from what you see on the product picture here. And I think it was when F2nd came out. Now comment down below if I got this wrong, but I think it was when Project Diva F2nd booster pack came out, people started doing the soundless voice deck builds for Project Diva. But then after that, in English, we just haven't gotten anything new that's Vocaloid in Weiss Schwarz. But I hear you ask, isn't this video us looking at JP? And it is, as in Japanese, it got an extra set, past F2nd. Now while that loads up, and you can also see as well, like, they got rid of, like, the black border on the box. Made a lot more lighter. But in Japanese, I will just get this page translated if I can. Okay. It's not gonna translate, but it's okay. Here it shows you all the Weiss Schwarz content. Weiss Schwarz stuff. Including that in JP, it came out in 2013. On the 1st of November, if I remember it correctly. So it came out at the same time, but it did take a while because of translations. But as you can see here, we have the trial deck, Project Diva F, F2nd, and Project Diva X HD. Now this one is the Japanese exclusive set when it comes to Project Diva. I it does translate it into English, so it's easier for all of you who do not play Japanese, unlike me, who it's hard sometimes to remember what all of the characters are, or with kanji and hiragana. But this came out in 2017, and it tells you how much a pack was at the time, how much a box contains, as well as like number of card types. And you do get a preview of one of the cards here of Hatsune Miku, and it's a level 1 with 3,500 power. But this was actually the last of the Project Diva sets. We haven't had anything Vocaloid in JP up until Project Sakai came out, but unfortunately you can't mix the two sets. There are a lot of people calling for Bushi to bring English to match JP, especially with older sets, but unfortunately I don't see that happening. The main one being licensing. As for Project Diva, it's not just like Sony they need to talk to, but it's also Sega, and the people who hold the copyright of Vocaloid as a whole. So it's like Sega and Sony and lots of other people need to talk to just to get the rights. It's not just a case of, oh, we have it in Japanese, let's just translate it. But this is a case of where the Japanese set does have more than in English, but it doesn't mean you miss out too much if it's just a single set, unlike in other sets. A lot of it is the same cards, but just like if it's got like an extra booster pack or a few, it can deter from you wanting to continue with that set, especially if you're like me and you play at tournaments. As you'll be playing a deck, thinking, oh, it's the same as English as it is in JP, and then they play a card, you have no idea what it does, as you've never seen it before in that set. And then they explain to you of, oh, this is in JP. And that is how I actually started playing more JP sets than English in Weiss Schwarz. But I'll get into that more when I look at the Love Live Sunshine side of things. But in the meantime, if you are a Vocaloid fan and you're looking for an older set to play, or if you're a Project Sakai fan, you're like, oh, I'm really enjoying this, are there older sets similar? Check out the Hatsune Miku Project Diva sets. They are actually really fun to play even now as just like a casual hobby deck. But they are harder to find, unfortunately. As are many things over time, it just becomes harder to find things. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if you're not, I hope things do get better, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and check out all my Weiss Schwarz videos, which I will put a link to at the end of this video, as well as all my other video content as well. Bye!